and gentlemen, boys and girls, I know you, people see him when he is hosting Waiting for the Bus at Cafe Baloo on Mondays at, what is the address, my love?
939 Northwestern Avenue.
Which service is there? Oh, it's awesome. But if you want to know the freaking awesome star made of stars is indicated on your awesome shirt, please give it up for Buddha 309!
How y'all doing? Hey. I feel like I'm ripping you guys off tonight. Because Stevie, Esteban Colon and the Goods were supposed to be here tonight. And Esteban is away in Michigan on a family emergency. He sent me a text saying, dude, can you fill another 10 minutes? And I said, sure. I just didn't tell him that I was going to do it with his poems. You'll know the difference between my poems and Esteban's poems because Esteban's poems are the good ones.
Oh,
and this is my Valentine. I'm a romantic. And like a high school nickname, that's not quite something you aspire to, rather something you accept slowly after hearing it often enough. Romantic is a beast, a neurosis comprised of how the hell am I going to get the candles and the music and the oils and dinner together when I'm working 62 hours a week? And is she really going to remember that necklace I saw her looking at when she thought I was in the bathroom? And what if someone steals the flowers on the car before I get back? And what do our neighbors think about burglar? And romantic is a disease designed to ingest all brain function with the target of your love, designed to turn bare-knuckled brawlers into teddy bears, pugilists into pussies, designed to fuck you into forgetting the word fuck. Romantic is a disease. The death cry of the nice guy that, despite finishing last, still can't get laid, still finds the woman of his dreams straying for that slight bit of danger they try to convince themselves isn't a conscious attempt to fuck things up, to get herself hurt like the masochist that all women are. I'm a romantic, and despite this disease and my penchant for liking to tease, twirl tongue while I'm on my knees, I can still see, and I am a romantic. Endangered species women claim to love so much till they find out how smooth our pelts are to the touch, and I've seen a doctor, head heavy with medication, and I think I've got my swagger back. Walking into bars 12 steps at a time. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Buddha 309. My sponsor is Esteban Colon. And I'm a recovering romantic. Woohoo! I don't want to give you all of his work at once. That would be silliness. But it's just so much better than mine. I'm often envious of Esteban Colon because he makes me feel inadequate as a poet.
Nonsense.
I appreciate that. Bobster, I really do.
You're awesome.
As I search through here for things I want to read in a proper order. I promised everybody, I promised myself I would not do the rock poem tonight.
Oh.
Right? Which one? I mostly new stuff tonight. Stuff I've written in the last year because you hear me do it once with Baloo and then you never hear me do it again. Right?
Well, some of them are good and we might want to hear them again.
Like suicidal ballerinas listen to Ziggy Stardust, wondering if they will still be cool in the morning after the mothership leaves them stranded. A delusional Apache dancer with a beret and a black cigarette, laughing at something existentially ironic, making quaint double entendre. Is it appropriate to bring up my incurable case of ennui? Let me dance this fandango upon reflections of my own grave. Let me whisper you a tragic love song, capture your smile in a portrait of Jean-Paul Sartre. These bodies will become foam on the sea. These words, memories of window panes, scars on the wrists of strangers, and stitches on the lips of the ones we loved. Laziness has prevented me from entitling anything in the last year. Right?
Wisdom.
I thought so. Right? Well, that's just short and weird. Anybody want to hear something I wrote this morning?
Yes.
Yes!
This was written on the prompt. It had to have batteries and undying love in it. And I did not go the way, and I wasn't allowed to go the obvious way. This Tupperware casket filled with old tickets, receipts, and photographs underneath the floorboards, sealed like a prize stolen from the Titans, tells no tales, never makes a sound, made of chrome and steel, set to the atomic clock in Port Collins, Colorado, a lifetime warranty, good for 630 infatuations, not to be immersed in water, placed in a microwave, used during thunderstorms, or exposed to the elements of undying love. It is broken, useless, flatlined and forgotten. It began corroding the day you said goodbye. Flawed with electric arrhythmia, it began to yearn, pine, and wax poetic. And so it sits in a plastic box under the floorboards, trapped in lucite, wrapped in duct tape and brown paper, waiting for its atomic batteries to die. I'm going to do this one now. I've only done actually Tom Roby's performed this piece. I think he performed it with Matt Barton once. But otherwise, Stevie and I have only done this piece, and I've never done it with anybody else. But he's not here, so I asked my good friend GPA to come out tonight and help me out with this piece. Because I promised y'all that tonight we would destroy a rock and roll legend, and this is a classic way for us to do that. This was not written by me, but it was co-edited by me. We're going to attempt to, for now, to interpret Peter Gabriel for you. This is called Sledgehammer in Your Eyes. Love, I get so lost sometimes. Days pass, and this emptiness fills my heart.
You could have a steam train if you just lay down your tracks.
When I want to run away,
You could
drive off in my car.
have an aeroplane
But whichever way I go,
flying if
I come back to the place you are.
you bring your blue sky back.
All my instincts, they return.
All you do is call me.
And the grand facade so soon will burn without a noise, without my pride.
I'll be anything you need.
I reach out from the inside in your eyes.
You can have a Big Dipper going up and down
The light, the heat
all around the bends.
in your eyes.
You can have a bumper car bumping.
I am
This amusement never
complete
ends.
in your eyes. I see the doorway to 1,000 churches in your eyes. The resolution of all the fruitless searches in your eyes.
I want to be your sledgehammer.
I see the light and the heat in your eyes.
Why don't you call my name?
Oh, I want to be that complete.
Oh, let me be your sledgehammer.
I want to touch the lights,
This will be my testimony.
the heat I see in your eyes.
Show me around your fruit cage,
Love,
cause I will be your honeybee.
I don't like to see so
Open up your fruit cage where the fruit
much pain.
is as sweet as can be. I want to be your
So much wasted, and this
Sledgehammer.
moment keeps
Why don't you call my name?
slipping away.
You better call the
I get so tired
Sledgehammer.
of working so hard
Put your mind at rest.
for our survival.
I'm going to be the Sledgehammer. This could be my testimony.
I look to the time with you to keep me awake and alive.
I'm your Sledgehammer. Let there be no doubt about it.
And all my instincts, they return.
Sledge!
And the grand facade so soon will burn.
Sledge!
Without a noise, without my pride,
Sledgehammer!
I reach out from the inside.
I've kicked the habit. Shed my skin. This is
In your eyes,
the new stuff.
the light, the heat.
I go dancing.
In your eyes,
And we go dancing. Oh,
I am complete.
won't you show for me? And I will show for you.
In your eyes,
Show for me. And I will show for you.
I see
Yeah,
doorway
yeah, yeah.
to 1,000 churches.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In your eyes,
I do mean you. Only you. You've been
the resolution
coming through.
of all the fruitless searches.
Going to build that power.
In your eyes,
Build up that power. Hey, I've been feeling the rhythm.
I see
I've been feeding the rhythm.
the light and the heat.
Going to feel that power.
In your eyes,
Building you.
oh,
Come on, come on.
I want to be that complete.
Help me do.
I want to
Yeah,
touch
yeah,
the light,
yeah,
the heat.
yeah, yeah,
I see
yeah,
in your
yeah,
eyes,
yeah, you.
in your
I've
eyes,
been feeding the rhythm.
in your
I've been
eyes,
feeding the rhythm.
in your eyes,
What we're doing,
in your eyes,
doing all day and night.
in your eyes. Yeah, in your eyes. Somebody asked me once to write a poem about a donut. And I have much sympathy for donuts, empathy for them really. This is my donut poem. I'm on display, a tortured thing, boiled in oil, center removed for commercial purposes, glazed and raised, frosted and sprinkled, painted with a happy clown face. You see, there's this hole in the middle of everything. Goddamn hole in the middle like a phantom limb, and you don't miss it until it's gone. Ripped out and deep fried, sold separately in a box with a couple dozen other metals. And I kept my conscience in there. I kept my common sense in there. This was not an appendix. Not a useless thing that collected the unwanted, became inflamed, and had to be removed. I no longer have gut feelings. I no longer have guts. Can't work up a proper anger, sadness, empathy. Hole in the middle where the cardiovascular does its cardiovasculating. I am a frosted tin man without an Oz, an object under hot lights, waiting until someone finds me delicious enough to buy. It was so wonderfully angry. This is also new. It has no title. She carries flower petals and sage wrapped in a laced handkerchief from her grandmother's wedding, tucked quietly in a medicine bag tethered to her waist. A collection of totems, elk horn and random animal teeth, a broken rosary, the obituary of an old lover, and something she believes is a tab of Owsley. In the morning she faces west, letting the sun caress her back. She only whispers the name of God for fear of reprisal. Wearing an old denim shirt, spending the day rearranging colored sand to reflect her mood. She will never pay taxes, work for a corporation, bring a child into a hopeless world. Cutting dolls from a collection of yellowed newspapers, lighting them on fire, singing old Janis Joplin songs. Smearing mud on her cheeks, she howls like war-painted Apache, another victim of chaotic wind, sentenced, imprisoned by the Parliament of Butterflies. She thinks this is freedom. That's got death in it, that's got death in it. Right. Not that I'm opposed to that, we only write about love and death, isn't that the deal? Is that one? This one's for the unsubbed. I am trying to find a universe in a box of odds and ends. I'm not sleeping. My fingers tingle with a power to throw the blame at you. A million voices are spelling a million different words, all of them colors of infinity, splashed on the walls like cuts in flesh. I am thinking about the sound, bones crushing on concrete, leaving overflowing bags of viscera with names, and it's still your fault. All the dreams and all the signs and all the babbling point to you or me or that shadow grinning in the corner. I am what my synapses tell me. The quaking to the nerve ending, spinning, shaking, Tasmanian twisting words stuck in vocal cord cages. This supernatural rage in my hands move independently, and I want your wind, your breath, your life. Consequences be damned. Anything to stop these thoughts and tremors. I am meant to be beyond this rage. And the waves crash, splintering off sections of psyche, leaving them on the shore, driftwood and old bits of broken glass, worn and wandering amidst the inner landscapes, all razor wire and keep off the grass! I am not a fan of this falling down, this breaking down, this constant tumbling. This fate is meant to have a master, this soul a place in somebody's heaven somewhere, and I have a light, but no compass, no roadmap, no shoulders left to cry on. I am not the Atlas I was meant to be. Turn me to stone or share my burden. I am big, I am not strong. And these worldly infractions conspire to grind me into the ground. A million martyrs sat on the side of the road, sipping the memories of whiskey, speaking in tongues, exchanging postcards from places and films. Sometimes they fail to dance, moving like Tai Chi in slow motion. They are the dedicated chorus of an unreliable narrator, chanting, humming, repeating the closed captioning. This is the part where the pretty girl cries, a scene in the rain, of roses on a casket. A bespectacled man holds an umbrella and smiles, comforted in his belief that ghosts don't have shadows.
No one more, Angel?
Yeah, but it's long. You get after 9. I didn't realize we had gone that long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give us an awesome ending piece then.
This is long, but we'll get it over with and be done. This is called Elwood P. Dowd Visits the Psychiatrist. Anybody need to know who Elwood P. Dowd is? Me. Hey, Jimmy Stewart played Elwood P. Dowd in a movie called Harvey, where his best friend is a 7.5-foot tall invisible rabbit. Right? And his sister wants to have him committed. These are the things you need to know. Right? Well, you see, Doctor, it's like this. My sister thought it'd be a good idea if you and I had a little chat. She worries about me some, and I've told her not to. You see, she likes her order, and from certain perspectives, my social excursions can appear to be the untrained eye to be mostly about chasing whiskey and hallucinations. I'm a student of the art of conversation, and upon occasion, the personality variance in my social retinue and me, in the eyes of the uninformed, can be considered a bit eclectic. At least my sister thinks so, but as I said, she's prone to worrying. Right? I don't see anything wrong with sharing some pleasant conversation over a libation, making every day a small celebration where we enter as strangers and part as friends. It's what we're doing right now, isn't it, Doctor? Here's my card. Now, you want to call the number that's written in pen. No, that's the new number. Don't call the other one. That isn't connected anymore. You should come over for dinner to my house. I'm having a few friends and nothing fancy. No need for a tie or anything. We don't stand on ceremony. Well, only so much as it can't get up again. Trouble? It's no trouble at all, and it's part of my whole philosophy. I'd love to explain if you have the time. We can go for a drink at Charlie's bar. Would you like that? I sure would. Maybe your nurse could join us. She sure is pretty. You know, Doc, maybe you should do something about that. Have you tried talking to her? Maybe bringing her some flowers? Some women like that sort of thing. Some don't. My sister frowns upon it, but she doesn't know all that much, God love her. She thinks I'm wrestling with reality, but after 35 years of fighting, I think I got reality pretty much pinned to the mat. I like people, and people seem to like me, but some folks think, and deep down, that's the problem. They consider it impolite to hand a lady a fresh-cut flower without a proper introduction, but what's proper anyway? I don't think anyone has ever been offended by the agenda of a carnation. I'm just passing us on a smile and some pleasantries, perhaps a conversation or a quick invitation to an afternoon tipple. I don't plan these things. I've given up being clever in favor of being swell. You see, Doctor, in this life you can either be ever so smart or ever so pleasant. I've spent years being smart, and now I find that I rather enjoy being pleasant. I see I've taken up too much of your time, Doc. If you want to continue our chat, you can meet me over at Charlie's and maybe bring that nurse. Hope you can make it over dinner and have yourself a good evening.
I don't know how the mic's doing, but I don't think that was loud enough. Please give it up one more time for
You're visually awesome.
You know, that's what happens when you actually go somewhere else. People actually like you. What?
What?
What? It's random but true.
Actually, they don't.
Oh, shush you.
I hated it. I knew it.
Look at the Buddha man's love. This is Buddha. Nobody Everybody doesn't love Buddha. Come on. I want to say in 2 weeks we've got Jim Davis as a feature here on June 20th at Gallery Cabaret. Yeah, I got over Jim Davis. And then I know that we're all pissed off because they don't have the fireworks on the 3rd or whatever. So come on over here on the 4th if you want to for Dan Cleary, because he's actually the feature on July 4th. We've got Alicia Flynn on July 18th. And I keep saying names, I'm not even going to get to August. August 1st, Charlie Newman is our feature. Yeah! August 15th, Robin Fun. We got Bob Lawrence on the 29th. I'm going to go into September, but you know, you can always go to www.canagarts.org/thecafe to see the full schedule and know everything. And thank every single one of you for coming out here. And I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks and every 2 weeks here at the gallery. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Buddha. Thank you.